Hello, how you doing? Mike Bradley here. Hope you're doing well as always. So I was just about to put some new strings on my old girl here, my Gibson ES345, and I haven't changed the strings on this. I know I haven't changed it this year, and the date in it's April the 18th, whatever it is today. So that's 4 months. These strings are at least 6 months old. Maybe more than that. But in my defense, you know, I haven't been gigging or anything. So, yeah, I last probably changed them when I had to do like a little recording session here. And I put new strings on and I needed to use this guitar for it. So, well, I wanted to use this guitar for it. So, yeah, about 6 months old strings. So I was about to put them on and I thought, hang on a minute. People like geeky stuff like this. So let's hear, as I've got all my recording stuff set up, old strings, and let's see how much of a tonal difference it is when you put new strings on. Now, I've done some string comparison videos before in the past. I'll put a tag up so you can check them, or a link in the description box. I did different gauges and 8s versus 11s and all that kind of stuff. So people like that kind of stuff. So you know, I'm going to be putting on some Ernie Ball Paradigms 11s on this, which are already on here. On Gibson scale lengths, I use 11s. On Fender scale length guitars, I use 10s. This is not sponsored by Ernie Ball. Ernie Ball do not know I'm doing this. I am an Ernie Ball artist, but I'm not sponsored in any way whatsoever. But I really like these Paradigms. As I say, these have been on for 6 months, and you know when you can kind of feel it on the fret when it's starting to go. You know, it's been like that for like 2 months. But these last really, really long, you know, and I play a lot. So, yeah, I've always liked these, but I know they are quite expensive, but I do really like them. So what we do, I will probably cut to me changing the strings in about, 2-second cut times, whatever. And I'll do a little comparison and I'll have the old strings, I'll play some chords, then cut to the new strings, etc., etc. You know, do a bit of lead and just so we can hear the difference. It'd be interesting. And how much of a difference or how little of a difference new strings make. Maybe you prefer the old ones, maybe you prefer the new one. We will soon find out. Let's change the strings. Of course I've cut myself. Flipping blood everywhere. So you have it, old versus new strings. I could certainly feel a difference. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Filming YouTube videos is very fun, enjoyable. I really like it. Sometimes something you can think is going to be really simple can be quite stressful. And I took the old strings off, and as I was more than halfway through, I realised I hadn't recorded using the old strings. I had to take the new ones off, put the old ones back on, stretch them, tune, blah, 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 blah. Oh, man. But anyway, so I probably played better the first time round than the second time, but you know, we'll go with it. But I mean, in the room, I mean, it's kind of what we already thought. You know, a lot more treblier, much more strident, you know, with the newer strings. It would be interesting, actually, as I literally just finished, I thought it'd be interesting in more of a band mix, you know, with drums, bass, maybe rhythm or piano, organ kind of sounds going on. You know, it'd be interesting if you could really tell the difference there. But, I mean, first of all, playing wise, you know, it's a lot more snappier. I was really liking the sound at the end there where I stacked the 805 with the Vertex Ultraphonics with a bit of delay. I was really liking that. This is bridge pickup. Really liking that. Neck. I was noticing it as well on that neck pickup. Really nice. So yeah, hopefully you could hear a difference. Could you hear a difference? Did you prefer the old strings to the new strings, or vice versa? Please let me know in the comment section below. It's really cool to hear, and you know what I love about YouTube comments is like a public forum, isn't it? You know, that can be a good and bad thing, but thankfully for me, it seems to be quite a nice thing. But yeah, let us know what you think. I'm looking forward to hearing this back myself, because then I can really hear it. But playing it, of course, the new strings kind of were it for me. But at the same time, I still like the sound, some of the tones from the old strings, personally, you know. And you hear that a lot with guitar players. A lot of guitar players don't like the sound of new strings. You often hear that. I remember Danny Gatton, he'd put new strings on, and then he would get like cigarette ashes with a little bit of like lighter fluid and rub them on the strings. And I think when he first did it, he did it too much that he actually killed the strings. Had to put another new set on and then did a little bit less, just so they weren't so bright. I mean, these are brand spanking new. And, you know, I can hear the tuning slipping a little bit, you know, even though I've stretched them to the nth degree. But yeah, you'll hear that a lot, you know, or some guitar players boil their strings. I think Eddie Van Halen, I think he would boil his strings. But a lot of that might also be because, you know, that was when he was doing it when he was a younger man, you know, and not the millionaire rock star he later became to be. So, you know, it might be the case of, you know, he bored his strings because he couldn't afford a new packet of strings. You know what I mean? So there's that as well. But old strings certainly have their tone, you know. I think, because a couple of times I let the chords ring out as well. So when you're hearing those chords ring out, it's a bit more brighter. Well, at least it was in the room for me playing. But when it comes to certain lead passages, you kind of want those newer string sounds, you know. But like I say, horses and courses, you know, both of them have a tone. So it depends what your ear gravitates no more. But like I say, do let us know in the comment section below. I've been Mike Bradley. If you haven't already, do subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button, hit every button. And I'll see your beautiful self soon. Be sure to check out my website, mikebradleymusic.com, for more stuff on me and goodies you can get. And I'll see your lovely self soon. Mike Bradley, very much signing out. Bye!